This is Cassius from London. We're at the Emirates Arena here in Glasgow for Ricky Burns versus Jose Gonzalez. This is a post-show interview with Eddie Hearn. A little bit of a get-out-of-jail-free card for you tonight?
Well, not really. I mean, listen, I know obviously the guy's hurt his hand, but you can't take anything away from Ricky Burns. He broke Gonzalez's heart. He was behind, and Ricky came back. That 7th round was incredible. Ricky was almost out of it, fired back, and I think from then on, Gonzalez just thought, do you know what? Ricky won the 8th and 9th, and he would have won the 10th, 11th, and 12th. But what a set of gonads he's got. Do you know what I mean? And Gonzalez, what a fighter. And they come out, you know, you see a guy who's 22 and 0. Fair play to Ricky. Listen, he was a mandatory challenger. We had to fight him. Style was all wrong for Ricky, but you never know how good these guys are with a record like that from Puerto Rico. As it happens, he was outstanding. But, you know, Ricky just had too much heart in the end and, you know, just over the moon. I mean, atmosphere, one of the best atmospheres I've ever seen in boxing. Incredible. Or heard, perhaps. Seen and heard, maybe.
How panicked or worried were you during the fight? Scale of 1 to 10.
10. I mean, like after 6 rounds, I had him probably 2 behind. And then 7th, I gave to Gonzalez. So I had him 3 behind. But then I had him winning 8 and 9. And I think he would have won 10, 11 and 12. But, you know, you're sitting there after sort of 6 rounds thinking, because you feel as though you built, you know what you got here. You got like 6,500 people going mental, creating such a good atmosphere. You just want to come back here. And all things are going through my mind, like, what fight are we going to take next if we lose this? Do you know what I mean? I was thinking about interim titles, Abril, Vasquez, like as a challenger. How could we get the shot without giving options away? Honestly, all going through my mind in between rounds, you know. And then the 7th, when he looked like he was nearly out, and he fired back. I looked at Gonzalez after the round. His legs were out, and he was asking to pull his shorts out, and he looked like he was ready to go. And I just said to Ricky, just keep forcing the pace. Gonzalez, when you let him dictate the pace, he was brilliant. But when Ricky pushed him on his back foot, and he wasn't, you know, his balance wasn't good. He wasn't that great going backwards, and then all of a sudden, you know, I was screaming at the ref when he was sitting on his stool, saying, get him up, and looked over, and the towel's on his head, and it's all over. Brilliant, brilliant feeling.
Froch Boutte-esque, you ran into the ring, just over-emotional.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not going to cane you for it, but
the fight was off this. The fight had finished this time. You can't knock me for that. Listen, if people want to give me stick for celebrating my fighters win, fucking hell, get a life. Do you know what I mean?
A bit of stick on Twitter.
No, a few bits, but listen, that's what it means to me. I can't hide it. Do you know what I mean? And although I've only known Ricky for 3 months, you know, we talk every day. I want him to win so badly, and when it's like that, you know, if that was Ricky winning every round, and then me jumping in, you know, you wouldn't see that reaction. We were behind, we were out of it, and somehow he pulled something out of the bag, and yeah, I went mental, and yeah, I enjoyed it, to be honest with you.
Fight's likely for September. Are you going to look for Vasquez, maybe Abril? Yeah,
Vasquez, Abril. I mean, look, Reese is fighting Crowder. I still think Reese Burns is a decent fight. The WBC might become vacant. You know, with Broner moving up. So many fights, but again, right now, I'm just so pleased that he's still world champion because, you know, I can't say Britain's only got 3 world champions tonight. Jamie McDonald.
Well done, Jamie McDonald.
Well done, Jamie McDonald. Chuff for him.
Absolutely.
And 4 world champions now. And 5 next week after Lee Purdy knocks out Devin Alexander.
Yes. What rate the show for me? Where was rate the show tonight? What would you give it?
Well, because of that main event, I have to give it. Because the undercard probably wasn't as strong enough to give it a 9. The main event for me was a 9 because of the excitement. I thought Troy Simpson was a brilliant fight, as we thought it would be. Simmons was entertaining. Rocky Fielding looked great. Brophy against Bolden was a really good little scrap. I'll give it an 8.5. Touching a 9. Atmosphere-wise, 10. Honestly, I mean, you heard it.
Atmosphere-wise, is one of the best I've been to.
Yeah, and then you know the Burns fight was fascinating. Choi was brilliant, and you know I really enjoyed it. And you know, coming up here, seeing the passion for boxing, it's like when you go to Belfast, then you go to Liverpool. You know, that was right up there tonight, right up there.
All right. Well, listen, I know there's a few other people want to talk to you. Gareth Davies is waiting with them shoes. Give him a bit of stick for his shoes as well.
Okay.
All right. Well,
all right, mate. Thank you.
You're not in AC next week, are you?
No, well, I might be there for the press conference, but my old man, who is Lee Purdy's #1 fan and mentor, will be flying the flag, and I'll be at prize fighter.
The cruiserweights. Well, just leave it as it is. There's no reason to dig each other out today.
I wasn't going to dig you out, which when you said cruiserweights, I was going to say you could be in it, and then I realised the limit of cruiserweight, and then...
Gareth, we're going to be about 20 minutes, is that all right?
I know that,
yeah.
never more than fucking 12 in these videos.
Ah.
Wow. Wow.
Listen, there's a definite bromance going on there, isn't there?
Yeah. What, are you jealous?
Look at you two looking into each other's eyes. No, listen.
Hold on. Look at those shoes.
Killed him. Killed him.
AKA Rascal Central.
Killed him. Gareth, what are they?
You might have him shoulder to shoulder right now, but I woke him up this morning. He was still in bed. I could hear it in the voice.
Can I say that it was on the phone? It wasn't with a little finger down the ear. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know.
Hashtag.
Yeah.
Hashtag Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah.
Right, this is good.
How jealous were you though with all that?
Oh, a little bit.
Did you touch my Eddie?
Why have you started? Why have you started?
Right,
all right.
come on.
You got away with it tonight. All right. Coot and Cassius, Eddie Hearn. iFILM London. Say something. I'm glad we found out what say something means. Coot and Cassius, iFILM London. Thank you very much.